Hey, and welcome to this Dreamfuel Breathwork session. I'm Alex, and I'll be your coach today, getting you deep into focus and finding flow under pressure. I have 2 decades of experience coaching and guiding breathwork and visualization with elite performers from professional sport to the C-suite of the Fortune 500. Today, we're using the metaphor of a giant slalom race, because business at a high level doesn't move in straight lines. It's fast, it's unpredictable, the terrain shifts, the gates come at you quickly, and you don't get to stop and figure it all out before you move. The best leaders aren't the ones who control everything, they're the ones who stay present at speed, adjust on the fly, and trust their instincts under pressure. That's what we're training here, so give it your full attention and commitment. Before we begin, quick check. If you have any health concerns, please read the disclaimer at the start of this video and consult a medical professional before doing the session. Find somewhere you can sit or lie down comfortably where you won't be disturbed. Headphones on if you have them. I'll guide you through everything as we go. Let's lock in. So let's just settle into position where we can fully relax. And in your own time, close your eyes. And we're going to get into a nice relaxed breath to begin with, preparing the body and mind for the session, and I'll explain how this is going to go. To begin, we'll start with an inhale of 4 seconds through the nose and an exhale of 6 seconds out of the nose. So get comfy, relax the body, and we'll inhale in 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it going at that same tempo. Today's practice is going to consist of 5 rounds. Rounds 1 and 5 will be the same. We'll breathe in through the nose for 4 and out through the nose for 6, just as you are right now. Very relaxed rounds to get us into the practice and to get us out of it. Rounds 2, 3, and 4 will be our more intense breathing rounds, where we'll use a technique called the power breath, where you'll imagine holding a straw in your mouth, pursing your lips, pulling the air in as hard as you can through the straw, and pushing it out as hard as you can through the straw. Our second round, the first of our more intense breathing rounds and the start of our giant slalom race, we'll use a tempo of 1 second in, 1 second out to begin with. And then halfway through that first round, I'll slow things down slightly to 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out. I'll guide you through as we go. Round 3, the second of our more intense breathing rounds, we're going to go for a double phase inhale, single phase exhale, where you're going to breathe in for 1 second through the belly, 1 second through the chest, then it's a 2-second exhale, and that's all through the straw, through the power breath. 1 second belly, 1 second chest, 2-second exhale, all through the straw. And round 4, our third more intense breathing round, we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds through the straw and out for 6 seconds through the straw. These 3 middle rounds, we're breathing as intensely as possible, pulling the air in as hard as you possibly can, filling up the lungs as much as possible, and forcing the air out as hard as possible. In between rounds 2, 3, and 4, we're going to go for a short breath hold, where I'll ask you to inhale as deeply as you can through the straw at the end of each of those rounds, and you'll hold your breath. I'm going to ask you a question when we get into those breath holds. You're not going to answer this question intellectually or even verbally, just notice what comes up for you in response to the question. I'll guide you through the whole thing. We'll start our first round, continuing to breathe at the same tempo you're breathing right now, in through the nose for 4, out through the nose for 6, in 3, 2, 1, and keep it going. Cold air brushes your face, sharp and clean. You stand at the top of the course, skis locked beneath you, feeling the firm grip of your edges pressed into packed snow. The mountain drops away ahead, gates set in rhythm, disappearing into light and shadow. Your breath steadies, visible in soft clouds. There's energy in your body, but it's contained, focused, not rushed. You don't need to solve the whole mountain, just the next few gates. Your grip settles around the poles. Your stance softens into readiness. It's strong, but it's loose. The wind moves lightly across your race suit. The world narrows. This moment, this body, this line. We'll start our race and our first intense breathing round. In for 1, out for 1, all through the straw in 3, 2, 1, let's go. In, out, 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 in, out. Filling up the belly as much as you possibly can with air on the inhale, and then forcing out as much as possible on the exhale. Keep it going. You launch. An explosive push forward, poles driving back, skis releasing, and instantly the mountain pulls you into motion. Acceleration hits fast, pressing subtly through your core as gravity takes hold. Cold air rushes past your face, louder now, carrying the steady hiss of your skis carving into the snow beneath you. That sound becomes your anchor, consistent, grounding and alive. You hit the first gate. You tip into it, edges biting cleanly. Your body leans with precision, not force. Snow sprays lightly off to the side, brushing your legs in a soft, dry burst. You transition. You hit the second gate. The rhythm begins to build. Not something you force, but something you step into. Weight shifts naturally. Hips leading. Upper body steady while everything below adapts at speed. The gates start to come quicker. Red flashes past. Blue rises ahead. There is no pause between decisions. Each movement flows directly into the next, a continuous chain of responsiveness. You're not thinking your way down the mountain, you're feeling it. Let's extend the breath out a little bit to 2 in, 2 out in 3, 2, 1. In, out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out. Keep it going as deeply as possible. Powerful breaths. There's pressure here, speed, expectation. But instead of tightening, something opens. Your awareness expands just enough, not scattered or overwhelmed, but wide enough to take in what matters. The texture of the snow beneath your edges, the subtle changes in slope, the exact timing of each turn. Your body adjusts before your mind needs to. You trust the training. You trust your instincts. You trust the ability to move without needing perfection. There's a moment where you feel the full intensity of it, the speed, the demand, the precision, and instead of resisting it, you lean in further. More commitment, more presence, more willingness to move with it rather than control it. And suddenly it sharpens. Everything becomes clearer, cleaner. You're not ahead of yourself, not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. And we'll find flow and our first breath hold in 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the straw, fill up the lungs as much as you possibly can, all the way to the top, and hold the breath. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, your eyes, and your brow. Hold the breath. Where can you move from thinking to responding? And we'll release our first hold in 3, 2, 1. Let it go with a sigh out the mouth. Full release, full exhale, let it go. Just ground yourself with the breath for a moment. And we're in for round 2. 1 second in through the belly, 1 second in through the chest, 2 second exhale as powerfully as you can, all through the straw. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. belly, chest, exhale, belly, chest, exhale, belly, chest, exhale. Keep it going. The slope shifts, subtle at first. A slight change in pitch, a variation in the snow's texture beneath your skis. What was smooth becomes uneven. What felt predictable begins to move. Your edges catch a slightly firmer patch, a sharper vibration running through your legs. Then softer snow just beyond it, absorbing more than expected. You adjust instantly. No frustration, no pause, just response. The next gate approaches faster than anticipated, positioned slightly tighter on the fall line. You lean in, but the angle demands more than before. Your body compresses slightly deeper, knees flexing, core tightening just enough to stay balanced. There's a brief moment where it doesn't feel perfect, a slight skid, a fraction offline, and then you correct. You feel your weight recenter, your edges re-engage, your momentum stabilize again. Not because everything went right, but because you adapted. You make another shift. The light changes as you move into a shadowed section of the mountain. The snow looks flatter here, less defined. Your visual cues soften, forcing you to rely less on sight and more on feel. The wind cuts a little colder. The sound beneath your skis deepens. Your body tunes in. You stop searching for certainty in what you can see and instead move with what you can sense. Pressure, timing, rhythm. This is where most people tighten, where frustration creeps in, where they try to force the line back into what it should be, but you don't. You let go of needing it to be clean. You let go of needing it to be easy, and instead you stay with it, gate by gate, turn by turn, adjustment by adjustment. There's a rawness to this section, less polished, more alive. You feel more engaged, more present, more connected to what's actually happening rather than what you expected to happen. A deeper level of focus emerges, not rigid or forced, adaptive, fluid. Every imperfection becomes information. Every shift becomes something you work with, not against. And instead of losing rhythm, you find a new one. We'll take our next hold in 3, 2, 1, and deep inhale through the straw, fill up the lungs all the way to the top, and hold the breath. Where are you resisting reality instead of adapting to it? We'll release the breath in 3, 2, 1. Let it go with a sigh. Full release, full exhale. Just ground yourself with the breath. And we're in for round 3. 4 seconds in through the straw, 6 seconds out through the straw. As powerfully and deeply as possible in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In, out, 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 out. 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 Keep it going. Something clicks. The mountain is still fast, still demanding, still unpredictable, but now you're inside it. The turns begin to link together effortlessly, not because the course has become easier, but because you've stopped fighting it. Your body moves ahead of the gates, anticipating without overthinking, adjusting without hesitation. You feel the edges carve clean arcs beneath you. each turn sending a subtle vibration up through your legs. It's not harsh or chaotic, it's precise and it's alive. Snow sprays outward in soft bursts with every carve, catching the light in brief flashes before disappearing behind you. Your breathing settles into rhythm that matches the movement. Steady, it's grounded, it's consistent. There's speed here, real speed. The kind that would overwhelm you if you weren't fully present, but you are. Completely. Your awareness is wide and sharp at the same time, taking in everything that matters, ignoring everything that doesn't. The gates no longer feel like obstacles, they feel like guides. Something you move with, not against. You're no longer reacting late, no longer catching up, you're leading the movement. There's a subtle feeling of lightness in your body now. No tension, no strain. Even at this intensity, there's space. Your shoulders stay relaxed, your jaw unclenched, your movements efficient, nothing wasted. Everything intentional. The mountain rushes past in a blur of white and shadow and color, but your experience of it feels almost slowed down. Each turn distinct, each moment clear. This is flow. Not the absence of challenge, but full engagement with it. Where instinct and action are the same thing, where effort and ease exist together, where you trust yourself completely. Not because everything is perfect, but because you know you can handle whatever comes next. You drop into the final stretch, speed at its peak now, and instead of holding back, you let it run. The final gate flashes past, and then you cross the finish line. And we'll take our final hold in 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the straw, fill up the lungs as much as you can, all the way to the top, and hold the breath. What would it look like to lead at speed without tension? If you need to breathe, breathe, keep holding if you can. And we'll release the breath in 3, 2, 1. Let it go with a sigh out the mouth. Full release, full exhale, all the way out. And just settle into a relaxed breathing rhythm. No need to count or do any work. Just find a rhythm that feels relaxed and sink deeper with every exhale. Keeping your eyes closed. Gradually, you begin to ease off the edges, letting the skis run flatter as the slope softens. The speed that once demanded everything from you now begins to release its grip. The sound changes first. From that sharp, carving hiss to a softer glide across the snow. Your body follows. Tension unwinds from your legs, your shoulders, your hands. Your breath deepens, fuller now. Warmer in your chest as the cold air begins to settle. You coast out into the open space beyond the course. The mountain stretches wide again. The intensity behind you. The stillness returning. You come to a gentle stop. Snow crunches softly beneath your skis. You plant your poles lightly, feeling the solid contact with the ground, the quiet stability beneath you. Your chest rises and falls, steady but alive. You turn your head slightly, looking back up the mountain. The course is still there, the gates, the terrain, the line you just navigated. But it feels different now. Not something to feel or control, something you moved through, adapted to, handled. There's a quiet satisfaction here. Not loud or performative, just a deep internal knowing. You stayed present. You adjusted. You didn't need perfect conditions to perform at a high level. You trusted yourself in motion. The cold air brushes your face again. It's softer now. The mountain holds steady. You stand here, grounded, clear, and ready for whatever comes next.